It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Let's go, baby.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at it. Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about quarterback, talk about a running back, a home run hitter when it comes to wideouts. Nah. This one we're talking about.
And what a great game it is, Kate, to spotlight that position because we have two of the league's best. And when you go back and you watch the tape after the fact, when the ground game's running wild, it's usually these tight ends making blocks. When the passing game is getting it done, well, they play a role in the air as well. They don't get the headlines like you talked about, but these guys, man, they are cornerstones of their offense.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off in Detroit. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback. A guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Third and just 2 to go. Out of the shotgun, Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And this one does not go far. They'll go for it, Goff. He's got it to his running back. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here, they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. Head up, here comes the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Working quickly here. Trying again following the sack. His first throw is an interception. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions are stopped deep in the red zone at the 10-yard line. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake.
Touchdown, Detroit. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll full speed from the start.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And a big setback for them to overcome early, Brock, giving them points off that interception. And for a quarterback, a tough way to start the game as well. They got to shake that off.
Yeah, but this is where you really do start to see just the cream of the crop.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Carlton Davis. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's... space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, Britton Covey finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Offense up to the line fast. They go to Barkley again. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll go for the gun with Barkley. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. Offense in the hurry up here. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Finds a big lane. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down throwing for Hurts. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles lower the deficit they face. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Into a crowd and, intercepted. And the Eagles nearly take it back for a pick six, but he's stopped at the very last moment. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Barkley. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling. Sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. Here's Hurts. Headed out right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Working quickly here. Hurts now on 4th. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Lions will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They have second down and 5. Dumps it off to his running back. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Darius Slay with the stop. Third down run by Gibbs. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Pass complete to Gibbs. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Darius Slay with the stop. This is Gibbs on second down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. First down throw from Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. On first down, it's Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Darius Slay with the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Offense in the hurry up here. Goff on first and 10. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing is gone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Working quickly here. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Goff to the air now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Covey now to return this. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st down, a run with Barkley. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
From the 46. He's got Smith. He has room past the 25. He gets loose down the right side. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Lions going to go on offense here late in the half. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Gone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Hey, 76, Super 1,
A final throw before the break. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending. Our apologies to the halftime performers and anyone hoping for a quick snack break. Nope, not this time. We're pushing right through and getting the third quarter started. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Covey now to return this. Returns looking good so far. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. The Eagles ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Hurts to throw. And they pick him off again. Amik Robertson takes it away. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That pick-6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts. This finds Smith. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3. Taken in, but oh, he lost the football. Going the other way, Lions have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
We're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hurts throwing again. Barkley's got it. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought down by the veteran, Carlton Davis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and short. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this?
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles take possession of the football.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is on 3rd and long. Buying some time right. Oh no, they get him yet again. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Throw complete to Williams. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to stay at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Gibbs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing here, Hurts. He fires one deep down the middle. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts looking to throw. And he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That swatted away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to it.
It's the National Football League on
set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors.
And we are underway from Indianapolis.
And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Richardson looking to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this up past the 40. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2. Robinson up the middle.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37.
The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a 1st down.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet. as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
To throw again is Penix. They'll roll him out right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Here is 3rd and 5. And looking to throw, Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Point after here coming up. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Richardson. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. 2nd and 5. Richardson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Goodson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Here's Richardson to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Richardson out of the shotgun. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Taylor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To the air, Penix.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll check this one down to Taylor.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Ready, break. Buffalo 18. Turn up.
Now it's Richardson.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Kylan Granson
from a yard out. And the Colts have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's Penix. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll throw with Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now Penix. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Throw left side, there's London.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
This is 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Darnell Mooney.
50 yards.
And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Richardson looking to throw this. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Darnell Mooney.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Here we go. 19 tight.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime in a wild... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And caught by London.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. To throw again is Penix. Got a man, it's London.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's 2nd and 3. And looking to throw, Penix.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
There's Mooney with another catch.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Looking to throw, Penix.
Touchdown!
Rondale Moore.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And it's complete to Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Now Richardson.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
It's caught. Mitchell. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
And Richardson yet again.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Anthony Richardson.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Colts have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. A solid stiff arm.
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. Hand off now to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. On the give, here's Robinson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown.
Drake London.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's another one, complete to Mitchell.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's the second down and 4.
Here we go. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Richardson. He's got Granson, his tight end.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Back to the air with Richardson.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out right at the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
To the air, Penix.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
Ball at the 40 here for second and 5. They'll throw with Penix.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2-out.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Colts.
Adnan Mitchell.
48 yards.
And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Richardson will throw for it.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again.
He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering. It's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. They'll buy some time right.
That's caught by Pitts, and he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He'll look to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's back to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Yeah, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Back to throw.
That's complete to Mooney.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Into the hands of London.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Richardson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Powering his way forward. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Richardson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
18 rattle. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Go.
Here's Richardson. He'll let one go deep for downs. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Richardson to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing now is Richardson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Richardson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before, and this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Here now, Younghoe Koo to get us started. And off we go here in Atlanta. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year 2, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
That's hard! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Ray McLeod gonna bring it out. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. And they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
It's so good to see Kirk Cousins back on the field. Think back just a year ago, Mike, that severe Achilles injury. Kirk Cousins is looking to be the first quarterback since 2000 and Trent Dilfer to start an NFL game following an Achilles injury. So he's got an uphill battle, but the fact that he's out there playing under center for the Falcons is a great start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Cousins gonna throw to start things. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Cousins throwing on 4th down. That's taken in.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Flacco. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. On first down, Cousins. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? That one on target, some more. And he will get into the end zone. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Atlanta. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons are on the board. It's now 14-7. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Anthony Gould now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Colts offense and Adonai Mitchell set to take over once again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Third and 9. Throwing, Flacco. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in back. Raheem Morris consulting with his staff above, and they decide to throw the challenge flag here. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. They'll go with the sneak, and he is going to have a Colts first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
On the move past the 40. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
At 9, Mitchell, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. To throw is Flacco. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Flacco to throw. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he will score again. At 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Indy. He has come out of the gate smoking. His 3rd touchdown, all in this opening quarter of play. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will take a 21-7 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Throwing now, Cousins. Left side in the hands of London. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he will go all the way. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. On is Koo for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons draw closer here. It's 21-14. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Flacco. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up and down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Another run here for Robinson. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Latu there to bring him down. Now, Cousins. That one complete to Moore. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. To throw is Cousins. That is caught at the 3. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Into space. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Colts. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. Throwing is Cousins. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That's complete. Kylan Granson. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Falcons offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Flacco. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll take a deep shot for down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he will be brought down on what will be The final play here in this first half. So we reach halftime in the visiting Colts. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And he will pick up a first down up to the 37-yard line. From the gun, here is Penix. That's complete. Some more on the right side. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Right back to Moore, another grab. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A gift, and here comes Robinson. Robinson, a first down, and more. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good...
He slams it in there, and he is in. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. A secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
1st and 10. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercept it. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Latu there to bring him down. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That one taken in by London. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1. There's that man again, another catch. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. Yeah. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
That one is caught by Mooney. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
To throw again, it's Penix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
Penix going to throw again. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ronnie Harrison.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the... So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
3rd down and 9. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. From the gun, Richardson. He gets this complete to Granson. And he's going to have a Colts first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Now you start thinking situational football, Mike. We're under the 4-minute mark. They've got to go get a score here. Ideally, you want to do it on the plus side of the 2-minute warning, if at all possible.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he will score! Game on! Darnell Mooney! Touchdown Falcons! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Coop for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons back within 7. It's 35-28. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Lots of space past the 45. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Yards are hard to come by there. We'll work it down to the 37-yard line. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. The open man is the tight end, Granson. And he's going to be taken down. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 2nd down, Richardson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Penix. The left side in the hands of London. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Penix. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Here we go. One final play. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one.
you.